Tokai Sweet Wine Laws. Tokai is a PDO from Hungary. A range of dry and sweet wines are made in Tokai, but in this video we will only focus on the wines you need to know about for your examination, the sweet wines. Tokai has a long-standing reputation for producing premium, botrytized sweet wines. This is made possible by the humidity generated by the many rivers that flow through the region. Many producers also make late-harvest sweet wines too. There are three key white grape varieties that are used to make Tokai's sweet wines. Typically, they are blended. Furmint is the most widely planted grape variety. It is well suited to making sweet wines because it has naturally high levels of acidity and is susceptible to noble rot. With age, Furmint develops rich nut and honey aromas. The other two grapes are Harsh-Levelu and Muscat, which is known locally as Chaga muscatai. They are both important for the aromatic qualities they bring to the blends. The famous botrytized wines from Tokai are the Arsu wines. They are made in a unique way. Producers make a dry white wine from healthy grapes. Arsu grapes that are heavily infected with noble rot are individually selected. These grapes are then macerated in the base wine, adding sweetness and flavour. Historically, the Arsu berries were crushed into a paste before being added into the dry base wine. This tended to add bitterness, and so today the Arsu grapes remain uncrushed, and the maceration is quite gentle in order to avoid this problem. As part of the Tokai PDO laws, Arsu wines must be oak-aged. The finished wines are sweet, with high acidity and intense aromas of orange peel, apricots and honey. The level of sweetness depends on the amount of Arsu grapes used. Arsu grapes can be used in an entirely different way to make a lusciously sweet and very unique wine called Tokai Essentia. The Arsu grapes are very carefully crushed to release very small amounts of extremely sweet, free-run juice. This juice is so sweet that yeast struggle to ferment it, and after several years of slow fermentation, these wines reach no more than 5% ABV. This leaves an extraordinarily high level of sweetness, which is balanced by an equally high level of acidity. The flavours are very concentrated, and these very rare wines can be aged for a century or more. There is a labelling system used for Arsu wines that is based on the amount of sweet grapes that are macerated in the base wine. The unit used to describe the level of sweetness is called a putanyi. Historically, this scale ran from 3 putanyosh, the least sweet, to 6 putanyosh, the most sweet. For example, a wine might be labelled Tokai Arsu 5 putanyosh. However, from the 2013 vintage, this system was changed. 3 and 4 putanyosh have been abolished, and therefore the wines must have a sweetness of 5 putanyosh or more. The minimum amount of oak aging has also been reduced. There are other styles of sweet wines made in Tokai, and these are typically described as late harvest wines. They are not always made from grapes affected by noble rot, and the wines are made in a more conventional manner, with all of the grapes being crushed, pressed and fermented together. They are typically less sweet than Arsu wines, and they are matured for a shorter period of time before release. In this video, we have covered the sweet wines of Tokai. You should now be familiar with the different styles of sweet Tokai and how these wines are made.